Good evening, everybody, and welcome back inside Brent Brown Ballpark as everyone gets ready to go tonight for the final game of 4 today at the Class 4A Utah High School Baseball State Tournament. This will feature the Logan Grizzlies and the Murray Spartans as the winner will advance to play tomorrow morning at 11, where they will get Box Elder, who were winners in our first game today as they defeated Mountain View 6-4. Let's give you the starting lineup for the visiting Logan Grizzlies. The designated hitter, Garrett Wright, will lead off. Eric Laub, the shortstop, hitting second. Chase Nelson in center field hits third. TJ Booth will hit fourth and will catch tonight. The pitcher, Michael Hart, hits fifth. Baylor Mitchell at second base hits sixth. Jake Major at first will hit seventh. Bracken Williams, the third baseman, hitting eighth. And Jake Sawyer will round out the order and play left field. Kincaid Wildman will play right field only. He will not hit in the lineup tonight as we are just about ready to go. Spencer Downs, the left-hander, gets the start for Murray tonight. He is set ready to go on the mound. Garrett Wright, the left-hander, in the box, and we are set for baseball. And the first pitch bounces in for a ball. We're underway at about 7:19 Mountain Standard Time. Good evening, everybody, and thank you for tuning in on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com. The 1-0 pitch. Downs delivers that one, swung on, grounded to first, fielded by Sutherland, who will take it himself, and there's one away in the top of the first inning. Let's give you the defense for the Murray Spartans. In the outfield, in left field, it will be Logan Jones. Colton Larson will start in center field. Rigby Budakoffer in right field. Behind the plate, Nate G. At third base, Ryan Topham will start at third. Preston Hanai will the shortstop. At second, it will be Riley Richmond as the bunt is popped up, and that is going to go foul. And it's no balls and a strike to Eric Laub, the shortstop. Over at second base tonight, Riley Richmond. Sage Sutherland over at first. And Nate G behind the plate is the defense tonight for the Murray Spartans. And a no ball, one strike count to Eric Laub as he stands in. Down set to deliver, and the 0-1 pitch is swung on and fouled away, and it's quickly 0-2 to Laub. Laub wearing number 15, hitting from the right side of the plate. Chase Nelson on deck for the Grizzlies. Down set with the 0-2 pitch. He kicks and delivers home, and that's high for a ball, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball and 2 strikes, and the delivery is on its way as Downs delivers. That one outside for a ball, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Home plate barely covered in sun. The pitcher's mound is in shadows, and most of the rest of the field still covered in sun. And the pitch comes home. That one swung on and missed. Strike 3, and Laub down on strikes. And there's 2 away here in the top of the first for Chase Nelson. So Nelson will come up and will hit from the left side of the plate. And the first pitch, as Downs kicks and delivers home, is going to be in there at the knees. And it's no balls and a strike. So no balls and a strike as Downs gets set and delivers again the 0-1 pitch. That's a breaking ball that just misses, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Murray wearing black tops and gray pants tonight. Logan, and I'm going to call him a tan uniform with red hats. The 1-1 pitch, Nelson swings and pops this one up, and it's going to go foul. It'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes. Murray in the home third base dugout, and Logan over in the first base dugout. And we're set here with a 1 ball, 2 strike count as they'll go retrieve a baseball here. As Spencer Downs comes set on the mound. 1 ball and 2 strikes as he delivers to Nelson home, and that's going to be down and away for a ball, and it evens the count at 2-2. A beautiful day for baseball, around 70 degrees here as it begins to cool off at night. And the 2-2 pitch home coming from Downs. Swung on and missed, strike 3. And Nelson Downs case 2 in the inning. We head to the bottom of the first at Brent Brown Ballpark. Logan doesn't score, we'll see what Murray can do. Right after this, you're listening to the 2014 Class 4A Utah State Baseball Tournament on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com. Back here at Brent Brown Ballpark, bottom of the second inning, and the Murray Spartans coming up. It will be Riley Richmond, the second baseman, to lead it off, and they will bat this lineup. Riley Richmond leads it off. Logan Jones in left field bats second. Rigby Budakoffer will hit third. Sage Sutherland at first will hit fourth. Preston Hanai, the shortstop, hitting fifth. Ryan Topham will hit sixth. And the first pitch home to Richmond is high for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. And we're back underway in the bottom of the first inning. Nate G, the catcher, will hit seventh. Nate Rose, the DH, bats eighth. And Colton Larson rounds out the order as the 1-0 pitch misses again. It's 2 balls and no strikes to Riley Richmond. Back set once again is the right-hander Michael Hart on the mound, and he delivers the 2-0. That's high, ball 3, and the count goes 3 balls and no strikes to Riley Richmond. It'll be Richmond, Jones, and Budakoffer here in the top of the first. The 3-0 pitch as Hart delivers home is high for ball 4, and Riley Richmond's on here in the bottom of the first base runner tonight for the Spartans. Let's give you the defense behind Michael Hart tonight. In left field, it will be Jake Sawyer. In center, Chase Nelson. In right field, it will be Kincaid Wildman. At third, it's going to be Bracken Williams. Eric Lobb at short. Baylor Mitchell at second. Jake Major at first. TJ Booth is behind the plate. And the first pitch is a ball to left fielder Logan Jones. So to start this one, Michael Hart having a hard time finding the strike zone. 5 pitches and 5 balls. Running over at first is Riley Richmond. Jones gets low in the batter's box, and the 1 ball, no strike count. The pitch is on its way, and that's in there at the belt, and it's a called strike, and it evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. The winner of this one plays Box Elder at 11 a.m. tomorrow. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the 1-1 pitch. The delivery on its way, and that's going to be in there at the knees, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. One ball and 2 strikes the count to Logan Jones. Richmond gets his lead at first. And Hart checks the runner, delivers home. That one swung on and fouled away, and we'll redo the 1-2. As that hits off the roof here behind us. Brent Brown Ballpark has netting that runs right by the third base dugout, all the way in front of the stands over towards the first base dugout, and then all the way up to almost to the roof. It would probably maybe a foot gap. Pickoff move, and diving back is Richmond. There's maybe a foot gap that a ball could roll down on. We've saw that happen at the 3A tournament. The 1-ball, 2-strike count as Hart works from the stretch, delivers. That's high for a ball, and it evens the count at 2-2. It's 3:05 to left. It's 3:12 to right. 4:08 to dead center field here at Brent Brown Ballpark. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. Hart set working from the stretch. And delivers home the 2-2. That one bounces, and going down to second will be Riley Richmond, and he'll be there standing up. That ball went, I want to say, about 55 feet. It bounced almost still on the infield grass up to TJ Booth. And so now a full count on to Logan Jones. Riley Richmond goes to second base. So Murray with their first runner in scoring position of the night. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hart checks the runner, delivers home the 3-2, swung on, and that one's fouled away, and we'll redo the 3-2. So Jones is staying in there and battling for the Spartans with Budakoffer on deck. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hart set, checks the runner, kicks and delivers home, and that pitch is just off the plate, ball 4. So back-to-back walks here for Murray to open up this one. And Rigby Budakoffer coming to the plate with a couple of men on and nobody out. And we'll see here what Murray will decide to do. It would be probably advantageous here early on to think about laying a bunt down to move those runners over. Not typically what you would want to see from your number 3 hitter, but we'll see. Budakoffer, a pretty big open stance, his back foot right on the white line of the batter's box, and he squares to bunt, and he fouls it away and snowballs in a strike. Murray in the black tops, gray pants, Logan in the all tan with red. No balls and 1 strike the count to Budakoffer. Hart looks in, gets the sign from TJ Booth. Major coming in on the grass at third, and the 0-1 pitch. This time not bunting, and he takes a called strike on the outside corner, and it's quickly 0-2 to Budakoffer. Infield up the middle, double play depth for Logan. Big hole on the right side. Mitchell sneaks in, the second baseman, back onto second, the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball, Budakoffer swings and misses, and he's down on strikes for the first out of the game, gotten by Michael Hart, and there's 1 away, and that's going to bring up first baseman Sage Sutherland.
Playing first base, number 6,
Sutherland
Sutherland
comes to bat with 1 away, runners on at first and second. And we'll see here what Murray decides to do. Hart will work from the stretch. Checks the runner at second. Takes another look. And the delivery home. The first pitch is taken high for a ball. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. Running on at second is Riley Richmond. Logan Jones running over at first. Both of them got walks from Michael Hart in their at-bats. 1 ball and no strikes the count to Sutherland, and Hart kicks and delivers the 1-0, and that's again high, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. And going out will be catcher TJ Booth to have a conversation here with Hart. Elimination game of the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament. Loser's season will end for the night, or their season will end. The winner will advance to play another day. 2 balls and no strikes the count. Hart will work from the stretch. Running on at runners at first and second, the 2-0 pitch. And the delivery home, and that's going to be in there for a called strike, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike the count to Sage Sutherland. Two balls and a strike. Sutherland ready to go with the 2-1. And the delivery on and way. Swung on and missed. Sutherland out in front. And it evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Outfield playing pretty straight away. Wild man in right. Nelson playing just a tad shaded to the left here. 2 balls and 2 strikes, the kick and the delivery home. Swung on and missed. Back-to-back strikeouts for Michael Hart. So after the 2 walks, he's come back to get the back-to-back strikeouts. And now with 2 away, Preston Hane will come to the plate. Hane will stand in with a slight open stance, the shortstop from Murray, and the pitch is going to be on the outside corner, and it's no balls and 1 strike. No balls and 1 strike with 2 down. Set, ready to go. The kick and the delivery. Runners acted like they were going. That swung on and fouled back. It's 0-2. Riley Richmond acted like he took a hard start at third, but then put on the brakes after a step or 2. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, bottom of the first. Richmond. And the Hart delivery swung on, hit to left. It's going to go foul, as that one was hit up onto the berm on the extended. The outfield wall hits the 305 mark and then takes an immediate indent that comes into the infield. Not into the infield, but into the outfield by the bullpen area, and that's the part that I went to. No balls and 2 strikes the count. And Hart delivers the 0-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So 3 strikeouts in the inning for Michael Hart. We have played 1 complete here at Brent Brown Ballpark, and it's Logan 0, Murray 0. You're listening to the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com.
Defeated Maple Mountain 12-9 to a Salem Hills 8. It was Salem Hills 8, Wasatch 3. The game just concluded. Box Elder defeated Mountain View 6-4.
Top half of the second inning at Brent Brown Ballpark. The Logan Grizzlies went 1-2-3 in the top of the first. And TJ Booth will step in and lead it off here. It will be Booth, Hart, and Mitchell. 4, 5, and 6 coming up for Logan. Against Spencer Downs, the left-hander, and he delivers home the first pitch that gets away from Nathan Gee and rolls to the backstop, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. 1 ball, no strikes, the count on TJ Booth. Downs kicks and delivers home, and that one swung on, lined back up the middle. 1 hop into Richmond's glove, and his throw to first in time. And there's 1 out here in the second inning. I think Booth thought that was going to get up the middle, because when he was running to first, he started to round like it was going to get past Richmond. It looks like we had a broken bat. A piece of the bat, it looks like, flew out into the infield as our home plate umpire is taking the bat and going to give it over to the coach for one of the Logan coaches here. As it looks like just the top part of the bat there just kind of came off. So with 1 out, the pitcher Michael Hart will step in for the Grizzlies. Hart with 3 strikeouts in the first inning, and now will try to help his own cause here. And Downs kicks and delivers in the first pitch on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. And Downs kicks and delivers the 0-1 pitch on its way. And that's swung on and hit well by Hart out to left. Jones going back to the track, to the wall. It's off the base of the wall. Hart will go into second. He will stand up with a 1-out stand-up double here in the second inning. So the first hit of the game is in the books, as it was a double to left, and we're going to have a courtesy runner here for Logan. It looks like Blake Sessions, number 8, is going to come in to run here for Michael Hart.
Running for Logan at second base, number 8, Blake Sessions.
So Sessions will run for the pitcher as he sits on second, and Baylor Mitchell will stand in from the right side. Downs will work from the stretch and delivers the first pitch. It's swung on and fouled away. It's the first time tonight we have seen Spencer Downs work from the stretch. And we'll see what he can do here as Baylor Mitchell stands in with a no ball, 1 strike count. Downs set, checks Sessions at second, delivers the 0-1. Swung on and popped up. Hit pretty deep to right. Budakoffer going back on the warning track. He doesn't get there. He just lost it in the sun or something. Sessions will have to hold at third, and into second goes Baylor Mitchell. So Logan puts a couple of men on. They're going to give Baylor Mitchell a double on that. And so now a big early RBI opportunity for the Grizzlies as Jake Major, the first baseman, will come to the plate. So Major wears number 3, will stand in to hit from the right side. It'd be interesting to see as the Murray infield. Sutherland coming in, and Topham at third, playing almost even with the bag. With 1 away, Downs will come set and deliver the first pitch to Major. That bounces in the dirt for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Working from the stretch, Downs checks Sessions at third, delivers the 1-0 pitch, and that's outside for a ball. And it's quickly 2-0 to Jake Major. Outfield playing straight away. Corners in, up the middle, they're back, and the 2-0 pitch just is off the plate. And the count goes 3 balls and no strikes to Jake Major. Bracken Williams is the on-deck hitter for Logan. Down set, works from the stretch, and the 3-0 pitch is low, ball 4, and the bases are full of Grizzlies here in the second. So third baseman Bracken Williams will come up, and now the double play back in order if you're the Murray Spartans.
Third baseman, number 16, Bracken Williams.
So Williams steps in for his first at-bat, the 8th spot hitter for Logan. And the bases are full, and the first pitch, Downs is going to turn and deliver home a breaking ball, and that's high for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. So both pitchers in the early going have had a hard time finding the strike zone at times. And the 1-0 pitch as Downs kicks and delivers, that's swung on and fouled away, and will even the count at 1-1. The winner gets Box Elder tomorrow. Other games going on tomorrow. Woods Cross Salem Hills scheduled to start at 1:30. That will be another elimination game here at Brent Brown Ballpark, the bottom part of the bracket. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Kicks and delivers home, and that's just going to be just off the plate for a ball. And it's 2-1 to Bracken Williams. We also see games tomorrow night from the top half of the bracket. Spanish Fork and Mountain Crest at 4:30. And the 2-1 pitch, that's just going to be misses outside ball 3. And it's a 3 balls and 1 strike count to Bracken Williams. It's Blake Sessions at third, Baylor Mitchell at second, Jake Major at first for Logan. The 3-1 pitch is on its way from Downs, and it's swung on and hit into right center field. That is going to fall for a base hit. Sessions scores. Right behind him comes Baylor Mitchell. Going to third, the throw to get Major will not be in time. And Logan has taken an early 2-0 lead here in the second inning. A 2-run single there.
Left fielder, number 12,
puts Logan up 2-0 with 2 more men on, and the number 9 hitter, Jake Sawyer, number 12, will come to the plate. So Spencer Downs gives up his 3rd hit of the night. And now he gets set, working from the stretch, and the pitch on its way is high for a ball to Sawyer. It's 1 ball and no strikes. 7 o'clock tomorrow, it's going to be Bountiful against Skyline. 1 ball and no strikes. Downs kicks and delivers home. And that one swung on and popped up down the line, but it's going to go foul, even the count at 1-1. The winners of those 2 games in the top half of the bracket will be playing to be 1 win away from the state championship game, and also they get Wednesday off. They do not have to play Wednesday, which would be key. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Downs delivers home, swung on and missed. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jake Sawyer. So Sawyer finds himself down in the count with 1 ball and 2 strikes with runners on the corners. Downs is set, working from the stretch, and he kicks and delivers home. Breaking ball that just stays off the plate and will even the count at 2-2. Downs again gets the sign, grabs from the stretch, checks the runners, delivers the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, and that ball hit to right. Budakoffer going back. He's going to make the play. Tagging and coming in from 3rd is Jake Major, and it's 3-0 Logan. So the Grizzlies take a 3-0 lead. And with 2 away in the inning, back to the top of the lineup, and Garrett Wright.
Number 20, Garrett Wright.
Wright is 0 for 1 on the night as he grounded out to 1st back in the 1st inning. Downs is set, checks the runner, kicks and delivers home. A breaking ball that broke up by Garrett Wright, kind of up around his batting helmet. And 1 ball and no strikes. Downs still working from the stretch, and the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and grounded foul down the 3rd baseline, and it will even the count at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike as Downs is set and pickoff move. Diving back safely is Bracken Williams. On deck, it's Eric Lobb, the shortstop. 1 ball, 1 strike. Downs sets. Takes a long look at first and will kick and deliver the 1-1 pitch. That swung on and tapped into right field. It's going to fall in front of Budakoffer. And so now a couple of men on here in the 2nd for Logan. So Logan keeping the inning alive with 2 away, and that's going to bring up Eric Lobb, the shortstop, to the plate.
Number 15, Eric Lobb.
Lobb went down swinging back in the 1st. Will try to redeem himself here, as it's turned into a long inning for Spencer Downs and Murray. And Downs kicks and delivers home. Lobb takes that one low for a ball, and it's 1-0. The center fielder, Chase Nelson, is going to be in the on-deck circle. Set and ready to go, and Downs delivers that one. A fastball is away, and it's quickly 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes to Eric Lobb, the shortstop. And working from the stretch, Downs kicks and delivers. A 2-0 pitch is going to be chopped to 3rd. Topham going to bobble it. It's going to roll through his legs, and everybody is safe. So the bases are loaded for Logan with 2 outs, and the number 3 hitter, Chase Nelson, going to come to the plate, and they're going to give Topham an E5. So an error against Topham loads the bases for Chase Nelson. Nelson is 0 for 1 today with a strikeout, and now hits here with the bases full, and the pitch to Nelson's a breaking ball that sits on the outside corner, and it's no balls and a strike. Nelson's the 9th man to come to the plate in the inning for the Grizzlies. And the 0-1 pitch on its way comes inside and hits Nelson, so he'll take first, everybody will move up, and Bracken Williams scores, and Logan has taken a 4-0 lead. So one of the hardest RBIs there that Chase Nelson might get. Not very many times do you get hit by the pitch to score the run. And now it's going to bring up TJ Booth. So Booth will come up, who's 0 for 1 tonight with a ground out to the second baseman. And with 2 away, the base is still full of Grizzlies. With 4 runs in, a ball in the gap here could break this one open early. Running over at third, it's Garrett Wright, Eric Lobb at short, and Chase Nelson at first. Downs is set, ready to go, and he kicks and delivers the pitch. That one's low for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. The pitcher, Michael Hart, is in the on-deck circle. And 1 ball and no strikes, and they kick and deliver home. That one swung on and fouled away. It'll even the count at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike, the count to TJ Booth. Booth grounded to second to start this inning. So Downs working from the stretch, kicks and delivers the 1-1 pitch. That's swung on and fouled away, and we'll redo the one. We'll do now the 1 ball, 2 strike count coming here to Booth. Spencer Downs set, and will kick and deliver home the 1-2 pitch. Booth swings, lines that one into right for a base hit. Wright will score. Lob right behind him. Nelson's going to go to third. The throw in on a hop is not in time, and Logan has added 2 more in the second. So a 2-run single by TJ Booth, and this one is now 6-0 Logan in the top of the second, and Michael Hart's going to come to the plate. So a conversation going on here between the Murray coach and our home plate umpire tonight, as the throw when it came in was in on a hop, but from my vantage point here just above home plate, it looks like it was that getting under the tag was Eric Lobb, and looks like now we might have a pitching change here, as the Murray coach is gonna have a conversation with his catcher, and we are gonna get a pitching change here in the top of the second inning with 6 runs in for Logan. It's Logan 6, Murray 0. You're listening to the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com.
Now pitching for Murray, number 13, Rigby Budakov.
Top of the second right now.
Number 3, Ashton Hagan.
Top of the second inning, Logan with 6 in. The new pitcher, Rigby Budakoffer, is now on the mound for Murray as they'll make the switch. And then it was number 3, Ashton Hagan will go out to right field as the pitcher Michael Hart for Logan steps in. He is 1 for 1 tonight, doubled in the second already, and Budakoffer delivered the first pitch, and time was called before it was ready to go. Runners sit on the corners with 2 down. Nelson at third, Booth at first, and the ground ball hit to Richmond. He'll throw to first in time, and after 6 runs, the inning comes to an end. Logan, though, does the damage. They score 6 in the top of the second. We head to the bottom of the second here at Brent Brown Ballpark. Logan 6, Murray 0. You're listening to the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com.
Scores from the 5A state tournament was Pleasant Grove 14, Fremont nothing. Taylorsville defeated Riverton 2-1. It was Bingham 12, Brighton 2.
Bottom of the second inning at Brent Brown Ballpark. Logan leading this one 6-0. And third baseman Ryan Topham to lead off for Murray. It'll be Topham, Gee, and Rose 6, 7, and 8 coming up against Michael Hart, who has some run support, and his first pitch is inside for a ball. And it's 1 ball and no strikes to Topham. 1 ball and no strikes as Michael Hart works from the windup and delivers the 1-0. That one sits just off the plate for a ball and evens the count at 2 balls and no strikes. So 2 balls and no strikes, and the delivery on its way from Hart, and that's going to be over belt high for a fastball, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Hart set the 2-1 pitch on its way, bounces inside, bounces in the dirt. We do have some scores here from the 5A tournament up at Kearns High School. They're playing in the bottom part of the bracket down there. Pleasant Grove defeating Fremont. Taylorsville defeating Riverton. As the 3-1 pitch is swung on by Topham, hit out to left. Sawyer going to get back there and makes the catch. And there's 1 out in the second inning. And then Bingham defeats Brighton. And Viewmont and American Fork is the final game of the day from Kearns High School. And that one is likely going on right now as we speak. As we approach the 8 o'clock hour here in Utah. Nate Gee, the catcher, stands in. And Hart delivers the first pitch as Gee swings through it, and it's no balls and 1 strike. So Hart's set working from the windup. And he kicks and delivers the 0-1 pitch. And Gee tops that one right back to the pitcher. Hart will take a few steps, overhand toss to first. And there's 2 outs in the second. So 2 outs and the designated hitter, Nate Rose, to come to the plate for the Spartans.
Hitter number 9, Nate Rose.
Rose will get ready to stand in here from the right side of the batter's box. Rose is a 6'2 senior, and the first pitch is over for a called strike, and it's 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to count to Rose. And the 0-1 pitch on the way, swung on, and that one's going to be fouled and roll up over behind us, and it's 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes the count to Rose. Colton Larson in the on-deck circle for Murray if the inning should be extended. Hart set, works from the windup, kicks and delivers home the 0-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. A slow breaking ball that catches the corner, and at the end of 2 complete from Brent Brown Ballpark, it's Logan 6, Murray 0. You're listening to the 2014 Class 4A Utah State High School Baseball Tournament on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com. Top half of the 3rd inning here from Brent Brown Ballpark. Baylor Mitchell, Jake Major, and Bracken Williams due up in the 3rd here for the Grizzlies. And they will go up against Rigby Budakoffer, who right now is working from the stretch. And his first pitch home is going to be low for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes to Baylor Mitchell. Mitchell doubled in the 2nd and came around to score in his only plate appearance of the night. And the 1 ball, no strike count delivers home, and Mitchell takes that one on the outside and evens the count at 1-1. So it's 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Budakoffer sets and delivers the 1-1 pitch. That one's low and away, and it makes the count 2 balls and a strike. Set, ready to go. Budakoffer delivers. That's a swung on and missed, and it's 2-2. Baylor Mitchell took a swing at that pitch low and inside and just came up empty. So 2 balls and 2 strikes here with nobody out, and the delivery on its way stays high, and the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch is on his way, and Mitchell swings and fouls it back, so we'll redo the 3-2. Budakoffer set from the stretch and delivers home the 3-2 pitch. Swung on, line to left. Coming over and getting there is Logan Jones, who makes the catch, and there's 1 away. So 1 out, and that brings Jake Major to the plate. Major walked and then came around to score in the 2nd. He'll stand in for his 2nd at bat. He's playing at first base tonight. And the pitch home to Major is taken high for the ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Murray playing pretty straightforward defensively, and the 1-0 pitch is right on the corner with the fastball, and evens the count at 1-1. Outfield playing straight away, infield playing kind of at just normal, regular positioning and depth. The 1-1 pitch is just off the plate for a ball, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Set, ready to go again is Budakoffer. He delivers the 2-1 pitch. That one gets past Gee and all the way to the backstop, but it's 3-1. So 3 balls and a strike to Jake Major. A good hitter's count here, a very good fastball count. So we'll see here exactly what Budakoffer goes with 3-1. He'll go fastball, and that misses down low, ball 4. So for the 2nd time tonight, Jake Major takes his walk, and he's on for Bracken Williams. Williams in the second had a 2-run RBI single that brought home both Blake Sessions and Baylor Mitchell. And the pitch from Budakoffer is low and inside for a ball, and it's 1-0. Top of the third inning, 1 gone, 6-0 Logan. And the delivery comes home. That's outside snap throw to first, and back is Major, and it's 2 balls and no strikes to Bracken Williams. Williams ahead in the count, 2-0. Budakoffer kicks and delivers home. That one swung on and fouled back, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Two balls and 1 strike the count. Bracken Williams, an even stance in the batter's box, gets the 2-1 pitch in there on the corner at the knees, and it evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So a chance here with the 2-2 count coming. We'll see what is dialed up. The delivery comes inside corner, called strike 3. He went back to what looked to be like a changeup or a very small curveball, and it just sat right on the inside corner. And with 2 away, left fielder Jake Sawyer stands in. Sawyer had a sacrifice fly in the second that's brought in a home run, and there he takes a fastball that catches a good outside part of the plate, and it's 0-1. Infield covered in shadows, outfield still covered in sun to a degree, and that one misses away for a ball, 1-1. The 4A tournament will conclude on Friday. The championship scheduled for 11, and that one up and in for a ball, 2 balls and a strike. And again, if the team from the bottom part of the bracket wins, then the second game will be played at 5 o'clock. So 2 balls and 1 strike with 2 down as Budakoffer sets, delivers home. That's inside for a ball 3 to Jake Sawyer. So 3 balls and 1 strike the count. Good hitters count again here for Sawyer. Budakoffer sets and delivers home, and that's going to be over for a strike on the outside. It's 3-2. So the count goes full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Budakoffer sets, and back to the bag is Major, as with 2 outs, there's a good chance he'll be running on the pitch here. Budakoffer set, Major goes, that one swung on and fouled back to the screen, and we'll redo the 0-2, or the 3-2. Budakoffer sets, working from the stretch. Major gets his lead. He goes. That one swung on, hit to second. Richmond's going to feel that his only play is first. The throw is in time, and the top of the third comes to an end. So Logan strands 1 on the base pass. We head to the bottom of the third. Logan 6, Murray 0. You're listening to the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com. The third inning, it will be the Murray Spartans coming up, and it will be Colton Larson, Riley Richmond, and Logan Jones, 9, 1, and 2. And Michael Hart is getting ready, and he kicks and delivers home the first pitch to Larson. It is a breaking ball and a tie for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Larson getting the start tonight in center field for the Spartans. And Hart delivers the 1-0 pitch. That one swung on and fouled away. Major at first is playing in on the grass, while Bracken Williams is about 3 or 4 steps in on the grass. He's expecting a bunt. 1 ball and 1 strike. The delivery comes inside, and it hits off the shin guards of TJ Booth, and it's 2 balls and a strike. So 2 balls and 1 strike the count to Larson. And the delivery on its way is going to be delivered outside for a fastball, and the count runs to 3 balls and 1 strike. So the 3-1 pitch on its way as the fastball comes low and inside, and Larson gets on via the walk. So it's the 3rd walk given up tonight by Michael Hart. Now we go back to the top of the lineup to Riley Richmond. Richmond has 1 of those 3 walks on the night, as him and both Logan Jones, who's on deck for Murray, walked back in their first at-bats. TJ Booth will go out and have a quick word with Michael Hart. Now we'll head back behind home plate. Now is set ready to go as Hart will work from the stretch. And we'll check the runner at first. And that's inside, gets to the backstop. Larson will head down to second base. So an inside pitch that avoids Richmond gets Larson down to second. And a 1 ball, no strike count to Riley Richmond. As it's cooling off nice at the ballpark tonight. Not quite as warm as it was a couple days for the 3A tournament. The 1-0 pitch is low and away for the ball, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Two balls and no strikes the count to Riley Richmond. Larson gets his lead at second. Time called, and Richmond will step out of the box. And now he'll look down to third to get the sign and be ready to go. Hart will check Larson at second base. And the 2-0 pitch is low, ball 3. And it's 3 balls and no strikes to Richmond. So Hart in danger here of walking back-to-back batters for the first time since he faced Richmond and Logan Jones the first time back in the first. Larson gets his lead at second. And the 3-0 pitch on its way. That's over for a called strike on the outside. And it makes the count 3 balls and 1 strike. Mitchell at second base keeps sneaking in behind Larson. He'll do it here again. And 3 balls and a strike. Now he'll pop back to second. And Hart will deliver home the 3-1. And that's just off the plate for ball 4. So the 4th walk of the night. Second issue to Riley Richmond. And now a couple men on and nobody out. And Logan Jones is going to come to the plate. Murray was in this similar situation back in the first. And then Michael Hart came back with strikeouts of Rigby Budakoffer, Sage Sutherland, and Preston Hane. And so the first pitch to Logan Jones is taken inside for a ball, and it's 1-0. So the command was pretty good for Michael Hart through the first couple of innings, and now he's kind of struggling here in the third. And we'll see here what Logan Jones can do. As TJ Booth will go out and have a conversation here with his pitcher, try to calm him down as now he'll head back behind home plate. So 1 ball and no strikes to count. And now we'll see here as Looking down at third, getting the sign is Logan Jones. Major playing in just about a step off the grass. Now he'll come in actually on the grass. Williams playing close to the bag at third. The 1-0 bunt show. Jones pulls it back, takes it low, snap throw to second. Will not be in time as back is Larson standing up. So 2 balls and no strikes to count here to Logan Jones. And Rigby Budakoffer waiting on deck. 2 balls and no strikes. Set and ready to deliver the 2-0 pitch. Jones again shows bump, pulls this one back, but it's a called strike on the outside. And it's 2 balls and a strike. Running at second is Colton Larson. Riley Richmond running over at first for Murray. 2 balls and a strike as Hart working from the stretch. Kicks and delivers the 2-1 pitch. That's just low and away, and the count runs 3 balls and a strike. So 3 balls and 1 strike to count, and now a good hitter's count once again for Logan Jones. Hart set, ready to go. The 3-1 fastball bounces in the dirt, ball 4, and Michael Hart has walked the bases loaded. So the bases are full of Spartans and Rigby Budakoffer to stand in. And we're going to have a quick visit. We're going to have a visit to the mound here by one of the Logan coaches. We'll go and try to calm down Michael Hart. Tomorrow we have a full slate of games coming to you starting at 11 a.m. It will be Box Elder, winners today over Mountain View 6-4. They will meet the winners of this one, and that will start at 11 a.m. At 1:30 it will be Woods Cross, who was 12-9 winners over Maple Mountain. They'll take on an opponent from Maple Mountain's region, the Salem Hills Skyhawks. That one will be at 1:30. Salem Hills, the defending 4A state champions, winners today over Wasatch, 8-3 to stay alive in their defense of their state championship. And that starts at 1:30. Spanish Fork and Mountain Crest will be at 4:30. That will be a game from the winner's bracket. And the Bountiful Braves will get Skyline, that one starting at 7 o'clock. So another full day of baseball here at Brent Brown Ballpark and on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com. So here's Rigby Budakoffer, the right fielder, to stand in with the bases full of Spartans, and the first pitch is taken inside for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. So Hart has issued 5 walks on the night and walked the first 3 hitters of the inning to load the bases. The 1-0 pitch to Budakoffer, swung on, grounded to second. Mitchell will go to short for 1. A hard turn at second. He couldn't pull it out of his glove. Was lobbed the shortstop, and so safe at first is Budakoffer. And the bases and the first run for Murray comes in to score in Colton Larson, and it's now 6-1 Logan. So Richmond goes to third. And Budakoffer reaches on the fielder's choice, as it's Michael Buchanan who's come in to run, and he will run here for Budakoffer, the pitcher. And that brings Sage Sutherland to the plate, and the first pitch home is swung on and hitting towards the gap. It's going to split Nelson and roll. Coming in to score will be Richmond. Going to third and sliding in there safely will be Michael Buchanan, and up to second is Sage Sutherland with an RBI double, and it cuts this lead to 6-2 in favor of Logan. So Buchanan to third, Sutherland in on his first pitch that he sees. He has an RBI double, and Preston Hane will come to the plate. Hane 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out back in the first. And the first pitch is low and away for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes to Preston Hane. Buchanan at third, Sutherland at second. 1 ball and no strikes. The delivery home. This one's inside, and it's 2-0 to Hanai. Ryan Topham on deck. 2 balls and no strikes. The kick and the delivery home comes in high and tight, and it makes the count 3 balls and no strikes. So Hart in danger of his 6th walk of the night, and also in danger of loading the bases. 3 balls and no strikes, and the 3-0 pitch on its way inside, ball 4. So the 6th walk of the night given up by Hart, the 4th here in the inning, and Ryan Topham will come up with the bases full with only 1 away. Topham is 0 for 1 on the night. He flew out to left back in the 2nd inning. Bases once again full of Spartans. Larson's Hart set on the mound. He'll work from the windup, and now he'll step off the mound. And stepping out of the box will be Topham. Michael Buchanan running at 3rd. Sage Sutherland running at 2nd. And the pitch is on the corner for a called strike to Ryan Topham. Preston Hanay running over at 1st. Major playing in right in front of Hanay at 1st. And the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, chopped up the middle. Getting there, no one's going to get their base hit. Scoring will be Buchanan. Sutherland will hold as the throw from Nelson's cut off by the pitcher. And Murray has cut this lead in half here in the 3rd to now 6-3. So Topham finds the hole right up the middle where no one was. And now we're going to have a visit to the mound, and we're going to have a pitching change here for Logan. We're in the bottom of the 3rd with 1 out. It's Logan 6, Murray 3. The Spartans have the bases loaded. You're listening to the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com. Back here at Brent Brown Ballpark, new pitcher on the mound for the Logan Grizzlies. They're going to bring their starting center fielder, Chase Nelson, the left-hander, into pitch. And Nate Gee will be the first one to come in. It looks like coming into center field was number 4, McKay Johns will come in and play center field. So the first pitch here, and the kick on the delivery to G, is swung on and fouled away. It's 0-1. So no balls and a strike to Nate Gee. He's 0 for 1, grounded back to the pitcher back in the 2nd. And the pitch is going to be in on the inside corner, and it's quickly 0-2 to Nate Gee. Nelson set the 0-2 pitch, is swung on and fouled straight back, and will redo. We'll once again do another 0-2 pitch. Redo probably isn't quite the most accurate word because the pitch will still go down in the record books as a pitch. No balls and 2 strikes. Nelson delivers home, and that's swung on and missed. Strike 3. So Chase Nelson comes in, gets the second out of the inning, and now Nate Rose, the DH, will come up, and a chance to end this inning and get back up in the top of the 4th. Nate Rose on the night is 0 for 1, went down on strikes back in the 2nd. And Nelson sets and delivers home, and that's going to be low for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Colton Larson, the center fielder, who led off this inning, waits in the on deck circle for Murray. The 1-0 pitch coming home, and that's going to be low for a ball, and it's quickly 2-0. Sage Sutherland running at third, Preston Hane running at second, and Ryan Topham running over at first. 2 balls and no strikes. Nelson delivers the 2-0, and that's going to be in there right down the middle, and it's 2 balls and a strike. So 2 balls and 1 strike the count as Nelson comes set and delivers home the 2-1, and that's low, ball 3. And the count runs to 3 balls and a strike. So a great hitter's count if you're Nate Rose. Not the position Chase Nelson wants to be in. A good chance that a fastball will come. Nelson just threw over to first, and diving back frantically was Ryan Topham. So 3 balls and a strike as Nelson delivers home. The 3-1 bunt showed, pulls it back, ball 4. So Nelson will walk in a run, Sutherland will score, and it makes this game Logan 6, Murray 4. So the 10th man of the inning will come to the plate in Colton Larson. And a base hit now could tie this game here in the bottom of the 3rd. Hane running at third, Topham at second, and the pitch from Nelson home is high and away for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Larson walked and scored to lead off this inning. Nelson set, working from the windup. And the 1-0 pitch is on its way home, and that's going to be in there for a strike, and evens the count at 1-1. Hane running at third, Topham at second, Nate Rose over at first for Murray. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch home is swung on and fouled away, and it'll be 1-2. So Larson down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes, will look to fight his way to stay alive here with the 2 strikes against Chase Nelson. Nelson set, kicks and delivers home. That's a breaking ball, called strike 3 on the outside corner. So Nelson comes to get 2 strikeouts, but the damage is done. Murray scores 4 runs in the inning at the end of 3 complete innings. It's Logan 6, Murray 4. You're listening to the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com. Logan 6, Murray 4 in this elimination game. Somebody's season will come to the end, will come to an end, and the top of the Logan lineup, Garrett Wright stands in and takes low for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Wright is 1 for 2 on the night. He's grounded out to first and singled and came around to score in the second. The 1-0 pitch from Budakoffer is in there at the knees and evens the count at 1-1. Be Garrett Wright, Eric Lobb, and Chase Nelson 1, 2, and 3 coming up. The 1-1 pitch is on its way, and Wright pops it up high on the infield. And giving a look is going to be Budakoffer, the pitcher who missed it. He didn't come up with it, and so reaching will be Garrett Wright. And we'll see here how they're going to rule that. It looks like they're going to be generous and give Garrett Wright a base hit. Nope, it will be ruled. Nope, it is going to be ruled a base hit. So a single for Garrett Wright, and Garrett Lobb will come to the plate. Lobb, wearing number 15, gets his first pitch, a bunt. He fouls, and I think it might have hit him in the head here. And they're going to appeal to second base, and they're going to have a conference about it. The bat, he turned to square to bunt, and so not sure if that was the sound of the ball hitting the bat helmet, or if it was the sound of the ball hitting the bat. I think that's the conversation in which they're having right now. The runners have all moved up, as heading down to first is Eric Lobb, and they're going to say that it hit him, came in and hit him in the helmet, and this is going to draw a conversation now with the Murray head coach, as the Grizzlies have a couple of men on here in the 4th inning. And with 2 away, Chase Nelson's going to come to the plate. One of those close plays where, still not 100% sure whether that hit the bat or whether that did hit the helmet, but the ruling that we were given was that it hit him in the helmet, and so he was given first base. So top of the 4th, it's a 2-run ball game here at Brent Brown Ballpark as we play the Class 4A state baseball tournament here. And Chase Nelson, the pitcher for Logan, about to come up here with a couple of men on here. We have an extended conversation here going on between the Murray coach and our home plate umpire. They talked for a little bit. The Murray head coach started to walk away and then turned around and I guess had another question or two, and now the conference will break up and we'll get back to playing baseball as Chase Nelson will come in. And Nelson is 0 for 1 tonight. He's been hit by a pitch and had an RBI back in the second. Got hit with the bases loaded, and that's how the run scored. Budakoffer set, delivers to Nelson, who swings first pitch and fouls it away. It's 0-1. So Garrett Wright, the DH, running at second. Lobb running over at first. Budakoffer delivers, and that's high and away for a ball, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Nelson, in his first at-bat back in the first, went down on strike swinging. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Runners get their lead. Budakoffer delivers. That one's high for a ball, and it's 2-1. Catcher TJ Booth waiting on deck. Nobody out here top of the 4th. A 6-4 ball game. Budakoffer sets. Runners go. And now they pull back, and the ball pitches away. It's ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Wright started hard towards third. Got probably half the way there, and then stopped and retreated back to the bag. So 3-1, pitch on the way. Nelson takes outside ball 4, and Logan has the bases loaded. So bases full of Grizzlies, and TJ Booth will come up. Booth is 1 for 2. He grounded out to second, and then back in the second inning, his second at-bat, he came up with a 2-run RBI single. So the bases are loaded here for Logan in the 4th with nobody out. It's Garrett Wright at third, Eric Lobb at second, Chase Nelson running over at first. Budakoffer delivers the first pitch, and that's high and tight, and Booth kind of turns out of the way, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. And Blake Sessions is going to come back in to run again here for the Grizzlies at first base, running for the pitcher. So 1 ball and no strikes. The delivery up and in again, and Booth turns his head away, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. So now we're going to have a visit to the mound here by the head coach for Murray here, and we'll see how they're going to play this here with the bases loaded, nobody out. In the bottom of the 4th, they came back, and we're going to see a pitching change here. So we'll introduce you to the new pitcher for the Spartans after this. You're listening to the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com. Top of the 4th inning, bases loaded for the Grizzlies of Logan, and Ryan Topham will now have the task of coming in to get TJ Booth. As some changes here for Murray, we'll get those to you here in a second as Booth swings and fouls the pitch away. It's 2 balls and a strike. So Budakoffer moves from the mound over to first base. I believe it's going to be Taylor Summers comes in to play at third and swung on and fouled away by TJ Booth. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And just trying to see here, it looks like Larson moves from center to right. And we'll try to get a new center fielder for you. 2-2 pitch coming home is swung on and popped up foul. We'll once again redo the 2-2. Michael Hart in the on-deck circle, who started the game on the mound for Logan. Running at third, it's Garrett Wright, Eric Lobb at second, and it's Blake Sessions running at first. And there's a called strike 3 to TJ Booth. So Topham comes in to get the first out of the 4th inning, and Michael Hart will come to the plate now. In fact, it's not going to be Hart. It's going to be McKay Johns. Johns came in after Hart was pulled out of the game from pitching. So McKay Johns is now going to be hitting in that spot. And so now McKay Johns stands in with the bases full. And Topham will turn and step off the mound here. 1 away in a 2-run ball game. McKay Johns, his first at bat of the game, swings and misses, and it's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike they count. Baylor Mitchell in the on-deck circle for Logan. No balls and 1 strike to McKay Johns, who's now in center field. No No balls and a strike, and the delivery home from Topham. That's a breaking ball that hits the outside corner, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. That one froze McKay Johns right there. So no balls and 2 strikes. And the 0-2 pitch coming home from Topham. That one's away, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bases full of Grizzlies. 1 ball and 2 strikes to McKay Johns, and the 1-1 pitch. A breaking ball. It sits in the zone for a called strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts has Ryan Topham an out away from getting out of this jam without giving up a run, and Baylor Mitchell is going to come to the plate. Mitchell on the night is 1 for 2. He doubled and scored a run in the second, and he flew out to left in the third. And he'll step out of the batter's box here as the lights begin to take effect here at Brent Brown Ballpark. The base is full, and the pitch on its way, a breaking ball that sits in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. So Topham has come in and kind of froze the Logan hitters a little bit with the breaking ball. No balls and a strike. And the delivery home is going to be swung on and grounded foul down the third baseline, and it's quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Baylor Mitchell. So Mitchell down in the count as Garrett Wright sits at third, Eric Lobb at short, and Blake Sessions running over at first for Chase Nelson. No balls and 2 strikes. Topham sets, checks the runner at second, delivers the 0-2 pitch, a curveball swung on and missed, strike 3, and the inning is over. So Topham comes in to strike out the side. We head to the bottom of the 4th here at Brent Brown Ballpark. It's Logan 6, Murray 4. You're listening to the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com. Back here at Brent Brown Ballpark, bottom of the 4th inning, Murray trailing this one 6-4 as the Spartans come up, and they'll have the top of their lineup, Riley Richmond, Logan Jones, and Rigby Budakoffer coming up. And the first pitch to Riley Richmond's away for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Richmond has walked twice tonight and came around to score. Nelson sets on the mound and delivers the 0-1 pitch to Richmond, who swings and hits that one to right. Wild man out there chasing it, dives and can't come up with it. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. So counts even at 1 ball and 1 strike on Riley Richmond. Richmond, Jones, Budakoffer have been able to find ways, especially Richmond and Jones have walked both times they've been up tonight, have found their way on for Murray. The 1-1 pitch, that one swung on and popped up. Mitchell gonna give it a look. It's gonna be Wildman and Wright. Who's gonna fall and not make the catch? Richmond's gonna go into second, slide head first, and the Spartans have their leadoff man on, and what I can only think is gonna be ruled an E9, and it will be. I don't know if the outfielders and the fielders are losing the ball there in right field, but that's the second what seemed to be fairly routine fly ball that we have seen drop tonight in right field. and Logan Jones, the left fielder, will stand in. Jones has walked in the first and also in the third. And Nelson, working from the stretch, delivers as Jones shows bunt and pulls it back for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. The winner of this one gets Box Elder tomorrow at 11 a.m., so a quick turnaround as we move to about 8:45 here in Utah. 1 ball and no strikes. The delivery comes. Jones again pulls a bunt back, but this is in at the knees to even the count at 1-1. So you don't have a long break. You get about 12 hours or so, about 14, 15 before you have to play. No balls and a strike, and Nelson sets, delivers home. A bunt showed again. This one's fouled away, and it will even the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Won't even the count, and will put the count in the pitcher's favor. 1 ball and 2 strikes here with nobody out. Nelson will step off the mound here as down at third base, Logan Jones having a conference with his coach, going over exactly what they want to do. Bracken Williams at third base, playing a couple of steps in. Major over at first the same way, playing a couple of steps in, protecting against the bunt here. With 2 strikes, we'll see what Logan Jones decides to do. He's got 2 walks on the night. Nelson checks the runners, delivers home. Not bunting, he swings and will foul that one away, and we'll redo the 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, nobody down. Nelson set from the stretch. Checks the runner at second, delivers the 1-2. That one high and away for a ball, and it evens the count at 2-2. This time I'm sure that the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nelson sets and kicks and delivers home. The 2-2, and that one's going to be grounded foul into the first base coaching box. And we'll redo the 2-2. So Logan Jones standing in there and battling with 2 strikes, working the count, seeing pitches. As Nelson is set, the 2-2 pitch, swung on, hit back up through the middle into center field. Coming around third will be Riley Richmond. He will end up holding as McKay Johns got to it quickly and got the throw in. So with nobody out in the inning, not a great chance there to take a shot and score Richmond on that, especially when you have 3, 4, and 5, and Rigby Budakoffer to stand in. So Budakoffer on the night is 0 for 2. He struck out and reached on a fielder's choice. Runners get their lead here on the corners with nobody away, and Nelson delivers. That one's grounded to second. They will go to short for 1, down to first in time for the double play. The run will score. So Richmond scores to make it a 1-run ball game, but they get Mitchell to lob to Major on the 4-6-3 double play. And there's 2 outs, and Sage Sutherland will come to the plate. Sutherland had the double in the third that scored a run on a ball that was hit nicely out into the gap. Sutherland has actually gone to play the outfield now that Rigby Budakoffer's moved to first. And the pitch to Sutherland is taken a well high for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. A 1-run ball game here at the state tournament. 6-5 Logan leading Murray in the bottom of the 4th. Nelson sets, delivers home, and that one's check swing, and it's going to be a high ball, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Nelson set, working from the windup, and he kicks and delivers home. The 2-0 pitch, swung on, popped up. Over towards first. Major is going to not make the play as it went foul. He had a shot at it, and he just kind of overran it as it kind of cut back on him, back towards the infield. And so it goes foul. It'll be 2 balls and a strike. Two balls and 1 strike on Sage Sutherland. And the pitch, a breaking ball that hits the inside corner. And the count goes even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th inning, the 2-2 pitch comes in, and that's just high for a ball. And the count's now full on Sutherland, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Chase Nelson working here. Comes set, the 3-2 pitch. That one swung on, grounded to third. It's fielded by Williams. His throw across the diamond in time. And the 4th inning will come to a close, but Murray cuts into the lead again. They get 1 at the end of 4 from Brent Brown Ballpark. It's Logan 6, Murray 5. You're listening to the 2014 Class 4A State Tournament on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com. Top half of the 5th inning at Brent Brown Ballpark. The Logan Grizzlies leading the Murray Spartans 6-5. The Grizzlies scoring all 6 of their runs in a 6-run 2nd inning. And it'll be 7, 8, 9 coming up here against Ryan Topham, who struck out the side and came in the 4th with the bases loaded and nobody out. And his first pitch is low for a ball to Jake Major. Major has yet to have an official at-bat tonight. He's walked twice. And the 1-0 pitch delivered by Topham is just off the plate for a ball, and it's 2-0. Jake Major, Bracken Williams, Jake Sawyer due up in the inning for the Grizzlies. 2 balls and no strikes, and Topham delivers, and that one swung on and hit to right center field. It's going to send everyone back, and no one's going to get there. It's going to roll the deepest part of the ballpark, and here comes the relay. They're going to hold Major at second, and he's going to have a leadoff double here in the 5th. So it sent Sutherland, who's now in right field, all the way back to the warning track, and it took him out there just underneath the scoreboard. And now Bracken Williams will come to the plate. So with nobody out, Williams steps in, and the first pitch is a breaking ball from Topham in there for a strike. It's 0-1. When Topham tonight has had to come up with a strike, he's loved to go to that curveball. Williams on the night has a single that scored 2 runs and a strikeout, and that's away for a ball, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 the count. Topham working from the stretch. Set with the 1-1 pitch, it's coming home, and that one's away and off the plate, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Nobody out here in the top of the 5th. Logan with a leadoff double. And 2 balls and a strike count. The delivery comes. That one's right on the outside, and it evens the count at 2-2. Jake Sawyer, the left fielder, on deck. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, and the 2-2 delivery home is swung on, hit right back up through the middle for a base hit. They're going to hold Jake Major at third, and the throw is going to come through and be cut off by Budakoffer, and now runners are on the corners and nobody out here in the 5th for Logan. So back-to-back hits to start the 5th, and Jake Sawyer hitting in the 9th spot is going to come up. Sawyer had a sacrifice fly in the 2nd and a ground out in the 3rd. And now he'll stand in here with nobody out. Ryan Topham, the right-hander, gets set, delivers the first pitch. That's on the outside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. Topham working from the first base side of the pitcher's mound, and then breaking ball that hits the outside corner again. It's quickly 0-2 to Jake Sawyer. So no balls and 2 strikes the count. Sawyer sets and delivers the 0-2, and that's high for a ball. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Should have said Topham sets. Sawyer's was ready and was set, but he was in the batter's box. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Topham is set, ready to go, and the delivery home is a curveball again. This one just off the plate, and evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Garrett Wright, the DH, in the on-deck circle for Logan. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Topham sets, delivers home, swung out and missed, strike 3. So Jake Sawyer down on strikes for the first time tonight, and Garrett Wright, the DH, will come up. Wright is 2 for 3 on the night. He's grounded to first, has singled twice, and came around to score a run. So now we'll see what he can do here. In the first pitch from Topham, it's a breaking ball that stays high, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Runners on the corners with 1 away. Topham set again, and delivers the 1-0, and it's in there for a strike, and it evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. He checks the runners and delivers home, and swung on and popped up, and that's going to go foul and hit off the roof, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Set and ready to go. The pitch is swung on, and this one's going to foul the way. He's going to hit off the roof and roll behind us. So 1 ball and 2 strikes the count to Garrett Wright. Eric Lobb waits on deck for Logan. A big hole for the left-handed hitting right out in right center field. And the pitch, that one's high and above the letters, and evens the count at 2-2. Running at third is Jake Major. Bracken Williams running over at first for Logan. The 2-2 pitch, swung out and missed, strike 3. He went back to the curveball, and he gets right to swing and miss. And there's 2 outs, back-to-back strikeouts for Topham, and Eric Lobb going to come to the plate.
Now batting the shortstop, number 15, Eric Lobb.
Lobb struck out in the first, reached on an error and scored in the second, and was hit by a pitch in the fourth. And the pitch home, that one's away for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Chase Nelson awaits on deck for the Grizzlies if they extend this inning here and get him up. Topham will step off the mound and now will regroup and get himself ready to go. Topham steps back on the mound here. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. Working from the stretch, the 1-0 pitch. That's on the corner, a fastball for a called strike, and it evens the count at 1-1. That just kind of froze Lobb in the batter's box. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. The delivery home, that one's high. Snap throw to first, and diving back in to the outside far corner of the bag was Bracken Williams. Ryan Topham looking for that final out here to once again get out of a jam here in the 5th. He came in, struck out the side with the bases loaded in the 4th. 5 outs that he's gotten tonight, all from strikeouts. 2 balls and a strike, the delivery on the way. Swung on, that one's looped to center. It's going to fall for a base hit, so scoring from third is going to be Major. And Logan has taken a 7-5 lead. Bracken Williams moves up to second, and Lobb has himself an RBI single. And Chase Nelson going to come to the plate. So with 2 out, Chase Nelson, who has been struck out, been hit by a pitch and walked. And the first pitch, a breaking ball, is high for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Topham set, working from the stretch. Checks the runners, and the 1-0 pitch is on its way. That's swung on, hit down the left field line, running over there, trying to make the play, but not going to get there, was Logan Jones, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Have to give him credit there for the effort. It just seems like the route that he took at the last second, he tried to straighten up to make the catch after coming from the side. It just seems like he didn't quite get there. So 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Topham taking a long look into Gee behind home plate to get the sign. Nelson gets set, the 1-1 pitch, a breaking ball, the curveball again that freezes Chase Nelson, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. So now the 1 ball, 2 strike count. And the pitch on its way, Nelson will foul that one away. And that's up onto the concourse down the third baseline by the main ticket gate. And it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count that we'll redo. Nelson set, the 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. So 6 outs tonight by Ryan Topham have all been via the strikeout. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning here at Brent Brown Ballpark. It's Logan 7, Murray 5. You're listening to the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com. Bottom half of the 5th inning here at Brent Brown Ballpark. The Murray Spartans coming up, trailing by 2 here as we head into almost the later innings of this one. And Preston Hane to lead it off, and he takes high for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Hane on the day has struck out in the first and walked in the third. Chase Nelson set and delivers the 1-0 pitch. And it's low at its side for a ball, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Nelson, the left-hander, getting set, and the 2-0 pitch is in there for a called strike on the outside. It's 2 balls and a strike. Infield and outfield playing pretty straight away. And the 2-1 pitch is on its way home, and that one's going to be in there for a called strike. And the count is now even at 2-2. It will be Hane, Topham, and Gee due up. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. Nelson sets and kicks and delivers home the 2-2 pitch. Swung on line to third for a base hit past Bracken Williams. And that ball was hit hard. Bracken did not have much of a play on that one. And now that's going to bring up Ryan Topham. Topham has flown out to left on the night, had an RBI single in the third. And now he'll come up here. A chance here to help his own cause. As he is now, right now, the pitcher in this one for Murray. And now he'll stand in here and face Chase Nelson. The first pitch on its way. It swung on, hit to well out to center field. Johns is going to get there, going to dive and leap and not make the play. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. Coming around third, Hane's going to score. Here comes the relay throw, and they're going to hold Topham at third with a triple. So an RBI for Ryan Topham, his second of the night, and now he's the tying run sitting on at third base. As that ball was hit, McKay Johns did everything he could to get there, made a leaping attempt, but that just didn't happen. And now we're gonna have Michael Buchanan come in to run here for Ryan Topham. So Logan gonna come in now, bring the infield in, and try to keep that run from scoring. And an 0 for 2, Nate Gee steps to the plate. Gee grounded back to the pitcher and struck out, and the first pitch home is fouled straight back. It's 1-1. Nate Rose, the DH, on deck. The 0-1 pitch is on its way home from Nelson. That swung on, hit right to short. Fielded by Lobb. His throw over to first in time. There's one away. So they get the out at first, and they also keep the run from scoring at third. And now with one out, Nate Rose comes to the plate. Rose struck out and also walked back in the third. His strikeout came in his at-bat in the second inning. And Nelson set and kicks and delivers the first pitch. That's high for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. And Nelson set, kicks, delivers. And that's going to be in there on the outside corner. And the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Colton Larson in the on-deck circle for Murray. They throw over to third there, and back safely is Ryan Topham. One ball, 1 strike. They're going to try to steal home. Here he comes. The bunt he made contact with. Or did they say he completely missed it? They're going to say he completely missed it. And scoring on the play is Michael Buchanan. So we are all tied up here as Nate Rose did everything he could to make contact with a bunt there on the suicide attempt. The ball got to the backstop, and coming in, stealing the base was Buchanan, and we're locked at 7 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. A 1 ball, 2 strike count. It does count as a strike against Nate Rose. And the 1-2 pitch on its way, a breaking ball. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. So Nelson comes back to get the strikeout. And with 2 away, Colton Larson will come to the plate. Larson walked in the third and struck out also in the third. Both of his previous at-bats coming in the same inning. And the pitch comes, bunt show, but the breaking ball is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. I can almost guarantee you're not going to do that very much in your baseball career, have 2 at-bats that come in the same inning. And the 0-1 pitch is on its way, and that's high for a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, the count here to Colton Larson. Nelson set. Kicks and delivers home, and another breaking ball. This one stays high. It's 2-1. Murray scoring 2 here in the bottom of the 5th to tie this one at 7. So we are in the bottom of the 5th inning. The 2-1 pitch on its way, and that's fouled away. And we'll redo the 2-2. Murray scoring 4 runs in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, and now 2 in the 5th to tie. The 2-2 pitch on its way. Swung on, ground ball, hitting the hole to the right side. Diving attempt by Mitchell. He won't get it, a base hit. And so with 2 away, Colton Larson keeps the inning alive, and now we go to the top of the Murray lineup and Riley Richmond. Richmond on the night has found his way on all 3 of his at-bats. He's walked twice, and he's found a way to reach on an error. So now he comes up here in the 5th, looking to again try to extend this inning with 2 outs, and Logan Jones is on deck. The top part of this Murray lineup has had 6 times they've been at the plate tonight, and each time Riley Richmond and Logan Jones have found their way on base. And the first pitch home to Richmond is away for a ball, and it's 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Richmond stands in with an even stance in the box. Nelson set, and the 1-0 pitch comes on, and it's low and inside on the corner. It's a called strike, and it's 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner gets his lead at first. That's Colton Larson. And Nelson kicks, runner goes, breaking ball, the throwdown, not going to be a time. Larson's in there. Larson picked the right pitch to run on. It was a breaking ball. It was one of Nelson's curveballs, and by the time TJ Booth got it, he made a good throw. Booth did down to second, but it just wasn't in time. A 2-1 pitch on its way is fouled straight back, and it evens the count at 2-2. Logan Jones is in the on-deck circle for Murray. 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Nelson set, kicks and delivers home. A breaking ball, swung on, grounded to second. Mitchell's going to field this one and throw to first in time. And the 5th inning comes to an end, but the Spartans of Murray come back with 2 more at the end of 5 complete from Brent Brown Ballpark. We have a tie game at 7 between Logan and Murray. You're listening to the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com. Top half of the 6th inning coming up for the Logan Grizzlies. It's going to be 4, 5, and 6. TJ Booth, the catcher. And then it'll be McKay Johns and Baylor Mitchell coming up. So TJ Booth stands in. He is 1 for 3 on the night. And his first pitch, he swings and pops up. And this one's going to go foul, and it'll be no balls and a strike. Booth grounded to second, had a 2-run RBI single that chased Spencer Downs in the 2nd, and then struck out in the 4th. No balls and a strike, and that's a pitch away for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to count to TJ Booth. Set and delivered. The 1-1 pitch is swung on, grounded to third. It's going to be bobbled and misplayed by the third baseman. That's number 10 for Murray. That's Taylor Summers, and so reaching on the air will be TJ Booth. So Booth reaches on the E5, and McKay Johns will come to the plate. Johns is 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout and his first at bat in the 4th.
Playing center field, number 4, McKay Johns.
And the first pitch here coming from Ryan Topham, bunt showed. It's pulled back and taken low for a ball. It's 1 ball and no strikes. So it begins to cool off here tonight in the Utah Valley. 1 ball and no strikes. And Topham delivers. A bunt showed, pulls back, snap throw to first, and they didn't get him. That'll be even the count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Had Budakoffer applied the tag, when he caught it, he spun back around. Had he just applied the tag on the leg of Booth at first, he might have got him. 1 ball and 1 strike, the pickoff move, and Booth is back. Because, yeah, when he did catch that ball, Booth I don't think was quite back yet. But by the time Budakoffer turned to apply the tag, Booth was able to get in that back corner of the base. Booth is going this time. Bunt is laid down. It's going to be fielded by Topham, whose throws to first is in time. And there's 1 out. Moving to second base will be TJ Booth. So a productive out if you're Logan, and that will bring up Baylor Mitchell. Mitchell doubled in the second, flew out to left, and struck out in his last at-bat in the 4th. This was the part of the Logan lineup they had, and the first pitch is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. This was the part of the Logan lineup that was up in the 4th with the bases loaded and nobody out. And it really looked like at that point Logan was going to really blow this one open. That one swung on and popped up down the line, giving it a look over there, and making the catch is Sutherland. The throw to third is going to be way offline. Summers had to go up the left field line to catch it, to get it, and there's 2 away. So 2 outs and Jake Major are going to come to the plate. Major is 1 for 1 officially tonight. This is his 4th at-bat. He walked in the second, walked in the 4th. I'm sorry, walked in the second, walked in the 3rd. And Major has scored 2 of the Logan 7 runs tonight. And that's a breaking ball that hits the outside corner, and it's 0-1. So looking for a clutch 2-out RBI here to put the Grizzlies back up by 1. Topham checks the runner, and the 0-1 pitch is on the way, and that one's away, and it's 1-1. Bracken Williams in the on-deck circle for the Grizzlies. Set and ready to go. The delivery on its way. The breaking ball. And that one just sits right on the corner. It's 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 gone in the top of the 6th inning. Jake Major, the first baseman at the plate. Ryan Topham a strike away of stranding another runner at third. The 1-2 pitch home. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Topham comes in to get his 7th strikeout of the night. And it comes with a runner at third. And we're locked at 7 heading to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com. Back here at Brent Brown Ballpark, the bottom of the 6th inning, and if you're the Murray Spartans, you've scored in the 3rd, 4th, and the 5th, and you have just the part of the lineup you want coming up. Logan Jones, Rigby Budakoffer, and Sage Sutherland. Jones has reached in all of his plate appearances, and he takes the first pitch away for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Murray is the home team, so if they would score, they're 3 outs away from advancing. The 1-0 pitch, and that's going to be in there for a called strike, and evens the count at 1-1. Jones walked in the first, walked in the third, singled in the fourth. Has yet to come around to score, though. The 1-1 pitch, and Nelson delivers another breaking ball. That one's away, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Budakoffer on deck, and then Sutherland to follow, 2, 3, and 4 in the Murray lineup. The 2-1 pitch is on its way home. That swung out, pops straight up in the infield. It's going to be Mitchell calling for it, and he dropped it. It went off his glove. He drops it, and Jones is on for the 4th time tonight. I don't know if I think he just lost it in the lights, and it was in his glove, and he just drops it. So now Murray puts the leading run on at first base, and we're going to have a pinch hitter here for Budakoffer. Kind of a surprise in a way. Michael Buchanan is going to come in and hit here. So Buchanan will hit here in the 6th inning from the right side of the plate. Maybe an opportunity here for Murray to put some more speed on the base paths. And with the runner Jones at first, a good chance there's a bunt coming. And there's not one. That one's low and away for a ball, 1-0. Sage Sutherland on deck for the Spartans. 1 ball and no strikes. Chase Nelson working from the stretch. Checks the runner, delivers. Bunt showed now. Pulls it back at the last second and takes it inside for a ball. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. A close game here. We're tied at 7 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Michael Buchanan, pinch hitting, has a 2-ball, no strike count, and the 2-0 pitch. That one's away. It's going to get to the backstop, and Logan Jones is going to move to third. So now you have a 3-ball, no strike count to Michael Buchanan, and now you put a runner on at second base with nobody out, and probably a very good chance here you're going to bunt. And now they're going to change. Hitters. So now you're going to get Rigby Budakoffer coming up to the plate. And I didn't really know you could do that, but I guess you can. High school baseball does have a re-entry rule, and so now with a 3-0 count, Rigby Budakoffer is going to step up. So Buchanan comes in to take 3 pitches. He leaves, and Budakoffer comes in to take high ball 4. And now a couple men on here for Murray in the 6th. And Sage Sutherland going to come up here with a couple of men on. And probably a good chance here that we're going to see a bunt and put these runners on at 2nd and 3rd. Sutherland on the night has struck out, had an RBI double and scored a run, and grounded out to 3rd. Nelson is set. And a pickoff move, and they look back to the bag, Logan Jones. So Logan Jones running at 2nd, Rigby Budakoffer running at 1st. Winner of this one plays at 11 a.m. tomorrow against Box Elder. And the pitch on its way, and that's going to be on the outside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. And the 3-0 pitch, runners goes, bunt laid down beautifully to 3rd. Major's going to only go to 1st, where they do get the out, but the runners move up 90 feet. So a sac bunt here for Sage Sutherland. Gets the first out of the 6th inning, and now it's going to be Preston Hane to come to the plate here. And I would not be surprised here to see Logan put him on to put the double play and the force out back up here at home, and Ryan Topham's on deck. Time called as we're going to get a visit here to the mound. Yeah, I would not be surprised here to them talk to Chase Nelson and ask him, who would you rather face? Would you rather face Hane or Ryan Topham? So we're tied at 7. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. And it's Logan and Murray tied at 7. We're playing a 7-inning game. And so Murray has the leading runs on. The leading run is 90 feet away here in the inning with only 1 away. Ryan Topham, who is 2 for 3 on the night with 2 RBIs, is in the on-deck circle. I don't necessarily know if you want to face him right now if you're Logan, but the advantage to that would be if you do put Hane on, that would allow you to have the double play in order, and it would also allow you to get the force out at home plate if needed, but you would have to trade off having to throw to Ryan Topham. We'll see what they decide to do. It looks like they're going to pitch here to Hane. So Hane will step out of the box, and now TJ Booth's going to go to home plate and go to the mound. He got about 5 steps there, and Chase Nelson told him to get back behind home plate. So Nelson feels ready to go, working from the stretch here with runners on at 2nd and 3rd. The infield's playing in. They'll try to cut down the run at home plate, and the pitch is away for a ball. It's 1-0. Hane on the night has struck out, walked, and singled and scored in the 5th. And the 1-0 pitch on its way, and that's going to be low for ball 2, and it's 2-0. Ryan Topham in the on-deck circle, and then it'll be Nate Gee to follow. 2 balls and no strikes, and the 2-0 pitch on its way home is swung on and fouled back, and it's 2-1. A game with Box Elder awaits the winner of this one. Logan's outfield playing pretty straight away. Infield is playing in. 2 balls and a strike. The delivery on its way home. Breaking ball swung on, grounded. Fair ball down the 3rd baseline. Scoring will be Logan Jones. Right behind him is Budakoffer. He will score a 2-run RBI double delivered by Preston Hane. And it gives Murray a 9-7 lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and still with 1 away. Hane delivers his 2nd hit of the night, a double that knocks in 2. And Ryan Topham will have to come to the plate. Topham on the night. Triple, had an RBI triple in the 5th. A walk or a single in the 3rd, and he flew out to left back in the 2nd. Nelson sets, delivers to Topham, who swings and fouls the first pitch back. Nelson's come in relief and came in under a tough situation in the 4th and was able to, in the 3rd, able to work through it. Has given up a run or 2 here and there, but has kept his team in this. And that's a ground ball by Topham, back up the middle for a base hit. Rounding 3rd is Hane. He will score, and it's 10-7 Murray. So the bats have come alive here for Murray, the 3rd RBI of the game for Ryan Topham. And it's 10-7 Murray, and we'll have a pinch runner for the Spartans. It looks to be Spencer Downs, number 22. If I have the right number, it looks like it is 22, Spencer Downs. We're going to get a pitching change, and we will. So Chase Nelson will head to the dugout. We're going to have a pitching change for Logan. We'll introduce you to the new Logan pitcher and straighten out the new defense. You're listening to the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament, where right now it is Murray 10, Logan 7. You're listening on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com. Bottom half of the 6th inning, pitching change for Logan. They're going to go to number 22, Ethan Watson, the right-hander, out of the bullpen. Chase Nelson's going to remain in the game. He is going to stay in at first base. And it looks like at this point, Jake Majors come out, and now Nate Gee will come to the plate. Gee 0 for 3 on the night. One away in the bottom of the 6th inning, and the pitch is in there for a called strike. I believe that was a slow changeup. It's 0-1. No balls and a strike. Watson is set, working from the stretch. Now he'll step off the mound, and coming out to have a conversation will be TJ Booth. So Murray did it. It started with an error on a pop-up here in the inning that Logan Jones reached on. Michael Buchanan took 3 balls. Then Rigby Budakoffer came back in to complete the at-bat, and he walked. Sutherland sacrificed bunt, moved the runners to second and third, and then Preston Hane delivered the 2-run double down the left field line to give Murray the lead. Watson delivers the 0-1. That's again another pitch, a breaking ball. It's away, 1 ball and 1 strike. And then Ryan Topham had an RBI single right back up through the middle, and that's how we've gotten this 10-7 lead for Murray. Watson set. The 1-1 pitch is coming home. A breaking ball again. That's in there for a called strike. And it's 1-2. And Nate Rose, the designated hitter for the Spartans, on deck. Getting his lead over at first is Topham. Watson sets. And delivers the 1-2 home. Breaking ball popped up right out around first base. It's going to be Chase Nelson, who will drop it himself. Nelson had it in his glove and drops it. He's not happy about it. And that will be a foul ball, but I believe also that should be ruled probably an E3 as well, because it's an error that keeps the inning alive. I haven't seen it go up quite yet on the scoreboard, but... And so 1 ball, 2 strike count here coming to Nate Gee. Watson set from the stretch. Breaking ball. Swung on, hit out to deep left field. Getting back there and making the play is Sawyer, and there's 2 away. So 2 outs in the 6th, and Nate Rose, the designated hitter, will come to the plate. Rose on the night has struck out twice, and he walked back in the 3rd. So at 2 away, Watson trying to just find a way out of this inning. The delivery comes, and another slow changeup, and it's 0-1. No balls and a strike to Rose. Watson set, delivers the 0-1. Breaking ball swung on, hit up over the head of Williams down the 3rd baseline. Digging and going to 3rd and sliding in there safely is going to be the runner for Murray. That was number 32 running. Give me 1 second here. I look down the Murray roster, and I do not see number 32. So Colton Larson's going to come to the plate with 2 outs and runners on. So 2 outs and runners sit on the corner after the Rose single. And with 2 away, Colton Larson, who is 1 for 2 with a walk tonight, stands in. And the pitch to Larson is going to be away for a ball, and it's 1-0. Larson walked in the 3rd, struck out also in the 3rd, and then singled in the 5th, and was able to steal second base. 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th. The pitch comes, another breaking ball, snap throw to 3rd. It's going to kick away from Williams, and scoring another run will be Murray. So the Spartans take an 11-7 lead as the runner running for Ryan Topham scores. And going down to second is Nate Rose. The pitch was called a strike to Larson. And so 1 ball, 1 strike count coming to Colton Larson. Nate Rose running on at second base. Larson, and the delivery comes, and that's a bunt that he looks like he did go, and it's 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes as Ethan Watson is set on the mound, delivers the 1-2, swung on and missed, strike 3. And so that will end the 6th, but Murray able to get their insurance run. They had 4 in the 6th to take an 11-7 lead. The last chance coming up here for Logan. They're going to need 4. We'll find out what they can do after the break. It's Murray 11, Logan 7. You're listening to the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com. Top half of the 7th inning at Brent Brown Ballpark. The last chance for the Logan Grizzlies. They need 4 to tie and 5 to take the lead in the top of the 7th. It will be 8, 9, and 1. Bracken Williams, Jake Sawyer, and Garrett Wright to face Ryan Topham. And Topham set and delivers the first pitch. That's a fastball. It's away for a ball, 1-0. Bracken Williams has a 2-run single in the 2nd, a strikeout in the 3rd, and a single in the 5th. 1 ball and no strikes. The delivery comes, and that's away for a ball, and it's 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes with the Grizzlies needing 4. And the 2-0 pitch on the way, and that's low for a ball. It's ball 3, 3-0. And the 3-0 pitch on its way home from Topham is in there for a called strike on the corner. And it makes the count 3 balls and 1 strike. Jake Sawyer to follow for the Grizzlies. And the 3-1 pitch on the way. A fastball that swung on and fouled back. The count now goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Topham. Or from Topham to Bracken Williams, number 16. Topham delivers home the 3-2, swung on, and that's fouled away, and we'll redo the 3-2 pitch. Three balls and 2 strikes to count as Topham looks in and gets his sign from Gee behind home plate, and the pitch, high, ball 4, so Bracken Williams is on to open up the 7th inning. And that's going to bring up Jake Sawyer. In fact, it won't bring up Jake Sawyer. It's going to bring up number 17. That's Jake Gregory. So Jake Gregory, number 17, will step in and pinch hit for Jake Sawyer. Gregory, a senior, stands in here in the 7th from the left side of the plate against Ryan Topham. Topham kicks and delivers home, and the breaking pitch is inside on the corner for a called strike, and it's 0-1. The top of the lineup awaits for Logan. No balls and a strike, and the delivery swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. So Gregory swings through it. And now down on the count, 0-2. Ryan Topham looking to get out number 1 here in the 7th. Topham from the stretch. Kicks and delivers home. That swung on and grounded to short. Going to be a tough play, and bobbling it was Hanai, and everyone is safe. Hanai just could not handle it. And I don't know, and they're going to give him an error, but I don't know even if Hanai fields that cleanly. I don't know if he would have gotten Gregory at first. And now we're going to send up a pinch hitter for Garrett Williams. It's going to be Blake Sessions. So Sessions will hit here, another senior.
Number 8, Blake Sessions.
We've seen Sessions tonight on the base paths. We have not seen him pinch hit. And we'll see what he can do here with nobody out. Ryan Topham checks the runner at second, delivers the pitch. Swung out and missed, and it's 0-1. It's Bracken Williams running at second. Jake Gregory running at first for Logan. No balls and a strike. Topham sets. Delivers the 0-1 pitch, and that one's away for a ball, and it evens the count at 1-1. Eric Lobb, the shortstop, on deck for the Grizzlies. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the delivery home from Topham. Swung out and missed, and it's 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes to count here to Blake Sessions. And Topham checks the runner at second, and the 1-2 pitch. Swung out and missed, strike 3. The first out of the 7th inning. And the Grizzlies are down to their final 2 outs, and Eric Lobb coming up. Lobb on the night has struck out, reached and scored on an error, been hit by a pitch, and also singled. Infield up the middle for Murray at double play depth. Outfield playing straight away. And the pitch to Lobb is swung on, and that's going to be grounded foul down the first baseline. And we'll redo the 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to count to Lobb. Chase Nelson, the pitcher, is in the on-deck circle. No balls and a strike, and the delivery on its way. Swung on, and that's popped up foul. And Lobb down in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. He's going to look here for a big strike number 3. Will Ryan Topham. Topham, since he's come in the 4th. And that's swung on, grounded to short, fielded by Hanai. His only play is first. The throw didn't get him. Hustling down the line was Eric Lobb, and he beats it out. And the bases are full for Logan with 1 away. The Grizzlies will bring the tying run to the plate and Chase Nelson. And I think there's a chance here. We're going to have an explanation wanted by Murray here. And their coach out to talk to the second base umpire about it here. A very bang-bang play. And, I mean, it seemed like one thing, Lobb was running hard down that baseline. It was going to be a close play. And right there, the conversation is over. And with 1 away, Topham will have to face Chase Nelson. Nelson has struck out twice tonight, been hit by a pitch, and he also walked. And so a big out coming here. TJ Booth on deck for the Grizzlies. 1 away in the 7th. Tying run at the plate for Logan is Chase Nelson. Topham checks the runner at second, delivers the first pitch home, and that's low and inside for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. TJ Booth, the catcher on deck for Logan. 1 ball, no strikes. Topham delivers home. That's inside, and it hits Nelson. He'll take first base, and scoring on the play is Bracken Williams. So the lead cut down now from 4 down to 3 at 11-8. And we're going to have, it looks like, another visit to the mound, but by the head coach for Murray, and we're going to have a pitching change. Ryan Topham's night is done. They're going to go here. They'll make a pitching change. We'll introduce you and get the changes right after this. You're listening to the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com. Top half of the 7th inning at Brent Brown Ballpark, and another exciting finish coming to you here. The Logan Grizzlies, trailing by 3, have the leading run coming to the plate as Preston Hane will come in and pitch. Ryan Topham will go to shortstop. Hane's first pitch to Booth, swung on, grounded to second, fielded by Richmond. His only play will be to first, and they'll get the out there. Scoring on the play, though, was Jake Gregory, and the lead is now cut to 2. So the lead is 11-9. The 2 runs sit on the base paths as lob to second, or down to third. Nelson moves to second, and now with 2 outs here, we're going to get McKay Johns to the plate, needing to find some way to score Chase Nelson from second. Hane's first pitch is low and away for a ball, 1-0. 2 runs in the 7th. They need 2 more to tie. And the delivery home, the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, chopped to third and foul. Over to the Murray dugout. It's 1-1. Baylor Mitchell in the on-deck circle for Logan if the inning should continue. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the delivery home is in the dirt for a ball. It's 2 balls and a strike. Eric Lobb running at third for the Grizzlies. Chase Nelson running on at second base. 2 balls and a strike. Hane delivers home the 2-1. That's low, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. A good hitter's count here for McKay Johns. We'll see what kind of pitch he will get. Time called as Johns will step out. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. The Grizzlies of Logan down to their final out. The 3-2 pitch gets to the backstop, and holding were the base runners and the walk. And so the bases are full of Grizzlies, and Baylor Mitchell coming to the plate as Hane there just literally threw one directly to the backstop. It hit the padding so hard that it rolled halfway back out to Guy behind home plate, and there was just no way there the lob was going to be able to score. So Baylor Mitchell stands in. He's 1 for 3 with a double, and that one's going to get to the backstop here, and the runners didn't go anywhere. And it's 1 ball and no strikes as Hane right now looks like he's just reeling back, throwing about as hard as he can. 1 ball and no strikes to the count on Baylor Mitchell. Tying run, Chase Nelson on at second. The 1-0 pitch on its way home. Swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike to count. Baylor Mitchell stands in, gets the 1-1, swung on and fouls it away. It's 1-2. Hane, 1 strike away. Murray, 1 strike away from continuing their season. Logan down to their final strike. Hane back up on the mound. Looking in, the 1-2 pitch is on its way. And its delivery swung on and missed, strike three. No, they're going to say it was fouled away. It was in the glove of Gee, and it got dropped, and so they'll redo the 1-2. Mitchell able to stay alive. One more pitch to come. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Lob at third, Nelson at second. McKay Johns at first for Logan. 1 ball, 2 strikes. In the box is Mitchell. Hanai set. The 1-2 pitch on its way. Swung on, fly ball hit to left field. Coming over and not making the play. 1 run will score. The second run will score. McKay Johns all the way from first. And Logan has taken the lead at 12-11 on a fly ball that split the outfielders. It split Logan Jones and the center fielder. And I didn't even see where the ball landed until I saw the Logan fans jumping for joy. 5 runs in the 7th inning. And Logan has come back to lead this one 12-11. With two outs, a 3-run double by Baylor Mitchell. And Logan now is 3 outs away from advancing. And the first pitch is a ball that's away. And it's Ethan Watson coming to the plate, the 9th man to come to the plate here in the inning for the Grizzlies. The 1-0 pitch is in there on the corner for a strike, and it's 1-1. You couldn't ask for a more exciting finish than this. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hanai delivers home, and that one's on the corner for a called strike. It's 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the delivery on its way home. That's inside. It almost hit Watson. And it'll be ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bracken Williams led off this inning with a walk. Came around to score. Is in the on-deck circle. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Delivery home, high and away, ball 3, and the count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Watson set. Hanai sets, delivers the 3-2, swung on and fouled away, and we'll redo the 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 7th, Logan with 5 runs in the inning to regain the lead at 12-11. The 3-2 pitch on its way home. A outside ball 4, and Watson will walk here, and the inning continues. The second time tonight that we have seen Logan send 9 guys to the plate. We have not seen that before. The second time they've sent all 10 men to the plate. And now Bracken Williams comes to the plate, who is 2 for 3 on the night with 2 singles, including a 2-run single back in the second. And the pitch to Williams, swung on, hit right back through the middle for a base hit. They're gonna put the brakes on as the throw is well offline, and the bases are once again full with 2 outs in the inning as Bracken Williams singles. And now it's Jake Gregory coming to the plate with the bases full for Logan. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Or actually, Gregory's just stepping to the plate, so he doesn't have any balls and he doesn't have any strikes. I guess just with the excitement of this game, it feels like every pitch is with a 3-2 count. Gregory on the night, reached on an error in the inning, swings, hits that one in the gap, that's gonna fall. 1 run is gonna score right behind him, and here comes the second run, and Logan has taken a 14-11 lead. As scoring on that was Baylor Mitchell and Ethan Watson. And right now, it went from Murray having a 3-run, 4-run lead when we started this inning to now when they come up in the bottom half, they're going to be down 3 or 4, and Blake Sessions going to come to the plate here. Sessions struck out in his first at-bat, and there he takes a ball low, 1 ball and no strikes. We saw it a little bit in the 3A tournament. The no lead was really safe, and that one swung on and fouled back. And I guess it continues in the 4A tournament that really no lead is safe. A 7-run 7th for Logan. Most of it coming with two outs on the pitch. Comes inside, it gets off the glove, and Logan, everyone's going to move up 90 more feet. So Williams goes to third, Jake Gregory to second, and a 2-1 count to Blake Sessions. 2 balls and 1 strike. Hanai on the mound came in to try to close this one down. The 2-1 pitch in the dirt again, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Eric Lobb in the on-deck circle. Had a single earlier in the 7th. Is due up next. 3 balls and a strike. Kicks and delivers home the 3-1. Swung on and fouled back, and the count will go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Sessions at the plate. The kick and the delivery home. Swung on and fouled back. We'll redo the 3-2. Three balls and 2 strikes. Hane gets ready. And the pitch. Low, ball 4. And so getting a walk here is Blake Sessions. And the bases are full again. And Eric Lobb coming to the plate. So bases full for Logan. It's Bracken Williams at third, Jake Gregory at second, Blake Sessions running over at first, and Eric Lobb, who has singled twice tonight, coming to the plate. The first pitch to Lobb. That one is on the corner for a called strike. It's 0-1. No balls and a strike. The kick and the delivery on its way. Swung on, tapped right back, right in front of home plate. They're going to go home. They're going to get the out there. And the top of the 7th is over. But not before the Grizzlies respond with a 7-run 7th. Now we'll see how Murray responds. They need 3 to tie and 4 to send them into the next round. You're listening to the 2014 Class 4A State Tournament on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com. Bottom half of the 7th inning at Brent Brown Ballpark, the Logan Grizzlies just had a 7-run inning. They've had innings of 6 back in the 2nd and 7 in the 7th, and they lead this one 14-11. The top of the Murray lineup, Riley Richmond, to stand in and lead it off. The Spartans need 3 to tie, and the pitch is a changeup in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Richmond on the night has walked twice, reached on an error, and grounded out. No balls and a strike. Watson set, working from the windup, and will deliver home. That one swung on, popped high up into the outfield. Coming in, making the catch is McKay Johns, and there's 1 out. So 1 away in the 7th, and Logan Jones coming up. Jones has walked twice, singled in the 4th, and reached on an error in the 6th. He has been on all 4 times tonight for Murray. The top of the lineup has really done a great job of getting on base for the Spartans. Watson delivers home, and that pitch is low and away for a ball, 1-0. Rigby Budakoffer in the on-deck circle. 1 ball, no strikes. And the delivery on its way home, and that one's away for a ball, and it's 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes the count here on Logan Jones. Watson set, working from the windup. And the 2-0 pitch, and that's going to be dropped in there at the knees for a strike, and it's 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike the count. Watson sets. Looks in, gets his sign from TJ Booth. And we'll get set, ready to go. Finally now, the 2-1 on its way. And that's right on the outside corner for a called strike, 2-2. Watson, not a terribly overpowering pitcher. In fact, I wouldn't really use overpowering at all to describe him. But he's finding the strike zone, and he's hitting his corners. 2 balls and 2 strikes, the delivery home. Swung on, hit into left field for a base hit. So a 1-out single here for Logan Jones, and the Spartans have a 1-out single, and Rigby Budakoffer coming to the plate. It will be Budakoffer and then Sage Sutherland to follow. Budakoffer on the night, struck out, hit into a fielder's choice, a double play, and also came in to see 1 pitch of a walk after it was Michael Buchanan who took the first 3 pitches. Budakoffer came up to take the 4th pitch, which was outside for a ball, and it took the walk. Hitting from the right side, an open stance, that back foot in the far back spot of the batter's box. Watson working from the stretch. Delivers home. That one inside, and it hits Budakoffer. So Murray now brings the tying run to the plate, and Sage Sutherland. Sutherland on the night has struck out, had an RBI double, grounded out, and had a sacrifice bunt in his last at-bat. And we're going to get a pinch runner here. And it's number 32 again, and I'm not seeing here on my roster a number 32, so hopefully the PA, hopefully somebody has one so we can get you a name. But Sage Sutherland's going to be the batter. So it's Taylor Livingston. We have a name now. Taylor Livingston is the runner. And now he comes in to run for Budakoffer. Tying run at the plate. Watson set, working from the stretch with 1 away. Sutherland shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes high for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. And a 1 ball, no strike count. And Sage Sutherland, who has played first base and also right field tonight, has 1 ball, no strike. Watson taking a long look into Booth. Delivery comes. Sutherland pulls back the bunt and takes a strike, and it's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Nelson was charging on the play in case of the bunt, and it was Mitchell running over to cover first base. Sutherland set and ready with the 1-1 as now we're ready to go. Bunt not being shown. Swung on, line to short. It's going to one-hop the shortstop. He bobbles it, and everyone's going to be safe. It was bobbled by Lob at short, and everybody reaches, and the winning run now coming to the plate for Murray. Preston Hane has a chance to redeem everything that happened in the top half of the 7th inning right here. He came in to pitch and gave up 2, maybe 3 of those runs in the top of the 7th inning. And now Hane at the plate with the winning run, which would be him, has a chance here to see what he can do to help his teammates If not, it's going to be Ryan Topham in the on-deck circle. A quick visit out to the umpire here from the Logan dugout as it's just past 10 o'clock. You're listening on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com to the 2014 4A classification baseball tournament here at Brent Brown Ballpark. The winner of this game, believe it or not, has to turn around and play at 11 a.m. tomorrow. The bottom part of the bracket, the teams playing the night games tonight have to play the day games tomorrow. The winner gets box elder. And we'll see how this one plays out. Base is full for Murray. We're going to have a trip to the mound here. And I don't know, we might see maybe a pitching change. There is some action going down in the bullpen for Logan. We're just going to kind of wait and see here. The bases are full. The middle infield's going to come in. And right now, 14-11. A crazy game, back and forth. Murray has scored pretty consistently, 4 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, and 4 in the sixth. Logan has used big innings tonight, 6 in the second. They did score 1 in the fifth, and they had 7 in the seventh inning. Most of those for Logan coming with 2 outs in the inning. And right now, it's not exactly been the prettiest game defensively. 7 errors combined. And now we're about ready to go. It will be Ethan Watson to stay in to face Preston Hane. Hane has had a 2-run RBI double in the sixth, a single, and scored twice, walked, and also struck out. The pitch, inside, and low for a ball. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Ryan Topham in the on-deck circle for Murray. Watson will step off. Watson sets, works from the stretch, comes set, and delivers the 1-0 pitch. That's on the outside corner and low. 2 balls and no strikes. Two balls and no strikes to count. Watson working from the stretch with the bases full. Logan Jones at third. And that's in there for a called strike. It's 2-1. Taylor Livingston at second. Sage Sutherland running at first. Sutherland over at first, the tying run. The winning runs at the plate with a 2-1 count. Working from the stretch, Ethan Watson looks in, gets the sign, delivers. Swung on line, fair ball down the line. Scoring will be Jones. Livingston right behind him. Going to third and gonna be there is Sutherland. And Murray's got the winning run sitting at second base with 1 away. A 2-run, the second time in 2 innings that Preston Hane has come up and provided a 2-run double. And now it's a 1-run ball game. We will have a pitching change this time. It's 14-13 in favor of Logan. Right now, Murray's got the tying run at third and the winning run at second. We'll see, and we'll introduce you to the new pitcher after this. You're listening to the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com.
Re-entering the game to pitch, number 3, Jake Major.
Bottom half of the 7th inning here at Brent Brown Ballpark. It's a 2-1 count to Ryan Topham. In fact, no, there's no pitches yet to Topham. And a new pitcher, number 3, Jake Major, to come back in the game and try to close this one down. And we'll see here exactly what can happen here as Murray puts the leading run 90 feet away. The tying run could score on a base hit, and that's Preston Hane out at second base. Topham on the night, RBI singles in both the 5th and the 6th inning. The RBI in the 5th was a triple. He's got 3 hits, and they're going to intentionally put him on here. Behind him, you have Nate Gee, who is 0 for 4, and then you have Nate Rose, who is 1 for 3. So Gee on the night is 0 for 4, and I think we might have a pinch hitter coming up here for Murray. We're looking into the dugout here to kind of see what they want to do. And it looks like they're going to stick here with Nate Gee. So Gee's going to stand into the box. He's grounded out to the pitcher, struck out, grounded to short, and flew out to left. You'd probably take that fly out to left right about now. And the first pitch to Gee is low for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. One ball and no strikes to the count to Gee. They set and the delivery comes home, and that's going to be high for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes as Sutherland was breaking down the line as Gee squared to bunt. Something to watch for here. 2 balls and no strikes. Stepping off the mound is Gee turning. Here it is. Pulls back the bunt, takes a called strike. It's 2-1. Chase Nelson crashing at first. Sutherland running at third will get a good-sized lead. It's Williams playing on the grass right next to third. 2 balls and a strike. Set, ready to deliver home. Swung on, chopped, and that's going to go foul, and the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. It's a 14-13 lead for Logan. The winning run sitting on at second base. The tying run sitting only 90 feet away. Nate Gee at the plate with a 2 ball, 2 strike count. Gee will hit from the right side. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Major set on the mound from the stretch. The delivery home. That one's going to roll. Get behind the catcher Booth, but the runners won't go. The count now goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Gee will likely get a good pitch to hit here with the tying run 90 feet away. Nate Rose in the on-deck circle for Murray. Up the middle, Logan playing at double play depth. It's Nelson and Williams in at the corners. The 3-2 swung on and fouled back, and we'll redo the 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1-run ball game. Season on the line for whichever team does not win this one. For Logan, they need to keep the 1 run off the board. The 3-2 pitch, swung on, popped up on the infield. Booth gonna give it a look. He makes the catch, so there's 2 outs. And right now, Murray down to their final out, and it's going to be a pinch hitter. Nope, it will not be a pinch hitter. It will be Nate Rose, the DH. Rose has a single, 2 strikeouts, and a walk. And now Murray needs that runner from third more than anything else. They need to find a way to score Sage Sutherland, or their season will come to an end, and Logan will move on to get Box Elder tomorrow morning at 11. Working from the stretch. The kick and the delivery home. is inside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Colton Larson in the on-deck circle for the Spartans. 1 ball and no strikes. Major set on the mound, and Kix delivers home. That's going to be inside for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. And now turning around, Nate Rose is going to change batters boxes and hit from the left side. Two balls and no strikes. Rose hitting from the left side now. Changes in the middle of his at bat. Shows bunt. The 2-0 pulls it back. A called strike on the outside corner. It's 2-1. And now he's going to go back and hit from the right side. Three balls, 2 balls and a strike. Watson. It's Major set on the mound. The 2-1 pitch coming home. That's way outside, ball 3. Booth kept that one from the backstop. It's a 3 ball, 1 strike count here on Nate Rose. Bases full of Spartans. Sutherland at third. Hane at second. Topham over at first. In fact, that's and time called as going out will be Booth to have a conversation. And going down to third will be Nate Rose. Such an important pitch coming here. If it misses the strike zone, the game is tied. If it hits the strike zone, we'll have a 3-2 with 2 outs. Nate Rose stands in. Bases loaded. 3 balls and 1 strike to count. 2 away in the bottom of the 7th. Major set. Looks in and delivers the 3-1. A called strike and the count goes full. Murray down to their final strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners will be on the move. Will it be baseball continues for Murray? Or will baseball continue for Logan? 3 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch on the way. Runners go. Swung on it, fouled away, and we'll redo the 3-2. Such an important pitch coming here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out to stay alive for the state tournament and to stay alive for a state championship is what's on the line here. Major set from the stretch. The 3-2 pitch. He kicks, delivers, swung on, line to second. It's caught by Mitchell. And Logan has outlasted Murray 14-13 on a line drive. And the Logan Grizzlies will move on to the next round of the postseason, where they will play in about just a little over 12 hours from now against Box Elder in an elimination game. Their final score tonight from Brent Brown Ballpark, Logan 14, Murray 13. You've been listening to the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com. I'm Ryan Pickens signing off for the night, hoping everybody has a great night, and we'll see you back here tomorrow at 11 a.m. for Box Elder against Logan right here on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com.